I'd like to thank my mom. I'd really like to thank the Academy, of course.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Jason.
What are you doing?
I'm practicing my Oscar speech. I mean, you know, we've been doing really well lately.
Yeah, you can do that later. Later!
I can do it now. I'd like to thank everybody whose name is not Jason.
Dance like the moves that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Now a man who never met a camera he didn't like, Jason Suel!
Welcome, folks. Welcome to Later with Jason Suel. I'm your host, Jason. This is Bo. These are the boys in the band. We're so happy to have you here on this episode. Entertainment television for Arkansas from the heart of Fayetteville. We want to go to one of our favorite segments that we call Mailbag.
He's the host with the most, and when you're on a post, he's gonna wind up in the mailbag. Mailbag, yeah.
Mailbag, one of our viewers has written in on our website, laterwithjasonsuel.com. You can do the same thing. Send us a message, drop us a line. We've got a message here from a viewer who wants to know, it's interesting because we're going to be talking about film today. They're curious as to if any of us have ever been extras in a movie before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've been several extras.
Yeah.
On the front of the screen, behind the screen,
Yeah.
all the time.
You know, and we've done that as a group. I remember there was a couple of times we showed up to the casting call. We got cast to be kind of in the background, just kind of chilling there.
You can't keep us on the background for long.
And especially one of us, because there's one member back there, Owen. We were actually asked to leave this movie because Owen wouldn't stop looking right into the camera. Do you remember that? Do you remember that, Owen? Owen, we're here,
What?
man. We're here.
Oh.
Right.
It's a good thing
right?
we pay him like an extra.
It's a good thing we all get paid like extras right here on Later with Jason Suel. You know, that was a good throw, by the way. I just want to say thank you very much.
You always
if the
throw
Razorbacks
good.
are looking to pick up a new quarterback, all right, I'm right here. We are excited about the show that we have for you. So I mentioned earlier, the Fayetteville Film Festival is coming up real soon, and we got a couple of guys who are professionals in the film industry coming by to talk to us.
Maybe they could teach us how to do this.
Yes. Blake Elder and Chase Goforth joining us on the program. Give those guys a round of applause. Yeah. Yes. And then joining us over there on our chef's table, we've got the lovely Heather Artripe, Chef Heather Artripe from Ozark Natural Foods joining us. What are we going to be making today at the chef's table?
Today we're going to be making a Creole dish called makshu.
Bless you.
Yes.
Now, what are we going to be making again?
Makshu.
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 Okay, we're going to be making makshu. Man, can we all say makshu on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Makshu.
Makshu. We're going to be making some makshu right here on Later with Jason Suel. And folks, right now we want to go to a special segment that we created all about film production here in Northwest Arkansas. And after that's done, stick around. We got more happening right here on Later. There are exciting things happening in film production here in Northwest Arkansas. We went to Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art to catch up with the crew of Freddie, a feature film being shot primarily in NWA. We talked to the director about the inspiration for the film.
What happened was Johnny Remo brought me this idea, and he had a script for a movie about a robot and a boy. And it was a very broad comedy, a lot of caricatures, a lot of like the bad guys were kind of cartoon characters. Essentially, we transformed something that was kind of a broad comedy into a more like heartfelt, smart kid film that, you know, we were drawn to.
Some of the talent featured in this film was brought in from Los Angeles.
Hi there, I'm Christina Cox, and I'm playing Williams in Freddie. Just Williams, just no first name, no last name, just Williams.
Kelly Hu, and my name in the film is Andy Palmer. I'm a scientist who creates a robot that everybody's after.
We also discussed the benefits of producing here in Northwest Arkansas. Something everyone seemed to have in common was a very hospitable experience.
It's a lot different than it is in Los Angeles. You have locations that you would never be able to get. You know, shooting in the town square, you would have a Hollywood backlot and it wouldn't be filled in. It wouldn't have as much personality as the town square does here. We have this beautiful place right here, Crystal Bridges, which like people outside of, or at least people in California, have never heard of it. And now, you know, now that we've seen it, I think, and I've shown pictures, you know, it's a destination.
We've just been treated so well. Everyone has been so lovely.
The locations are phenomenal. I mean, we've had some of the most beautiful shots in this. I mean, I've only been working for a couple of days now, but super impressed. I had no idea what I was going to be walking into, but yeah, this is mind-blowing, these locations.
We look forward to seeing Freddie hit the big screen and look forward to seeing more film production here in Northwest Arkansas. The sights and sounds from my neck of the woods to yours. This is Site Specific.
Every
Football halftime coaches interview.
ever.
During one of the most anticipated games of the season, we have our own Lola Knight on the field with Coach Skip Gunner. Lola?
Thank you, Dick. Coach, the first half just ended. What happened out there?
Well, Lola, you know, I know when we were on offense, I thought our offense was on the field and we were moving the ball. And then when we got on defense, well, our defense was on the field. And I think our play reflected that.
Indeed, indeed. What can we expect in the second half?
Well, you know, we're going to get the ball here to start the second half. A lot of football left to be played, and you know, our special teams are going to be out there. They really got to play for us, and we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to a good second half. Got to eliminate those penalties, and you know, we got a great team.
Excellent, indeed.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Go team.
This has been
Every
Football halftime coaches interview.
ever.
Later with Jason Suel is proudly presented by Sam's Furniture. For the largest selection of quality name brand furniture at everyday guaranteed low prices, get it at Sam's.
Hey, welcome back to Later. I'm so excited about this interview. In the studio with me, we have Blake Elder, Chase Goforth, both filmmakers, a couple of guys who have a lot of things going on here in Northwest Arkansas on the film scene. So I thought we would bring you on as we are, you know, hoping to sort of
We're trying to get into the film scene,
break into the film industry ourselves.
Thank you for having us on your television program.
I wanted to launch out and just ask the question about the state of filmmaking in Arkansas. You know, it seems to have grown, and there's a lot of projects happening now. Just and it's been in the news recently, a lot of things happening. So maybe you can talk to us about what you've seen happen.
I feel like we're almost at a tipping point for there to be production going on year-round in Arkansas, multiple projects happening, and it's really exciting.
So our audience at home might not know, what are some projects you've been involved with recently?
Most recently, we've teamed with Rock Hill Studios, and we made a movie called Door in the Woods.
Yeah,
And it's
exciting.
this really cool paranormal thriller. There's no body count or anything. It's just nice and creepy, and it's got a really cool ending. And
nice and creepy usually don't go together, but I like that you
so
slammed
nice
them
and
right
creepy.
together.
It's nice and creepy.
Yeah, and you know, our audience right here in Northwest Arkansas is going to have a chance to see it at the Fayetteville Film Fest, which is happening September 12th through 16th. You can check out the website for more information on that and when that might screen. But maybe you guys can talk about what were your roles, what did you do on the project there, Blake?
Well, I had to work under this guy as the cinematographer. That and also produced alongside with Chase, Carrie, Ryan Hawkins, and Lauren Harper.
Right, and Ryan and Lauren were here for last year's Fayetteville Film Fest, and it seemed to me, what I'm just reading, bird's eye perspective, is that there was a lot of synergy that happened at the festival, talking to each other, and then you were like, let's make a movie.
No
let's
doubt
do this
about
thing.
it. I mean, that's what's great about Fayetteville Film Festival.
Talk to us about Rock Hill
just a
Studio.
little project
Just a little,
that you've been doing on the side.
It's tiny.
Well,
it's nothing like this.
Well, I mean, we talked about a little bit about the infrastructure, especially in Northwest Arkansas. We just opened a 4,000 square foot sound stage, fully soundproof. And we also have, you know, production offices, hair and makeup room, wardrobe, and a full edit suite. So it's kind of a one-stop hub for production. And, you know, with, you know, big vendors like Walmart and stuff, they don't have to bring in crews or go out of state to shoot when we have something like this, or feature films that come in.
Right.
You know, if they need to shoot green screen or build a set. There's really nowhere to do that in Northwest Arkansas until now.
So Rock Hill Studios, folks, you're gonna want to check that out. It's an amazing venue.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, yeah, and you can talk to it from the filmmaker perspective.
Rock Hill, it's absolutely gorgeous. They did a fantastic job. We shot a commercial in there before they were done renovating it.
Because you were so excited, we gotta do it. We have to do it now. So, question for both of you before we let you go. This is one of our favorite parts of the show. Our new question for the new season of Later with Jason Suel that you are both going to need to answer
Individually.
You only get one. If you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be?
Probably to fly.
To fly.
Yeah, you can go anywhere.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. It's a great power.
Oh, you know, Delta and American have the power of flight, and you can do it now.
It's a lot cheaper.
It's cheaper if you could just go, whoa!
If you just fly, you got a cape. What about you? Chase, go forth.
If I had laser eyes that would make idiots explode, I would use that more.
We'd be in a barren wasteland of no one.
I'm not sure anyone would exist.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, we'd be gone.
Chase Goforth, Blake Elder, thanks for joining us, talking about Rock Hill Studios, talking about Door in the Woods. Fayetteville Film Fest, again, folks, you're going to want to check Fayetteville Film Fest out September 12th through the 16th. Hey, come on back. We got more happening right here on this program later.
I love you, Jason Suel.
Yes.
Galactic Raiders!
Sir, I've taken us to the coordinates you requested, and now we're in a gravitational vortex.
Sir, I believe the coordinates have taken us to a gravitational vortex.
I know. I want some of that sweet slow-mo footage.
Galactic Raiders!
Our musical guests, sponsored by Walton Arts Center and Walmart Amp, proudly presenting world-class arts and entertainment for Northwest Arkansas and beyond.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vine Brothers with their original song, The Well.
Cool drink upon your tongue. Say the fountain will keep you young. There's more at the well, as far as I can tell. Banged up, tossed around. If you've been beaten, battered down, there's more at the well, as far as I can tell, as far as I can tell. In love, with love, you tell yourself you're in love, but love, for love through agony, I don't know why or how. You got the notion that it's not there now. as I can tell.
Galactic Raiders!
Sir, our sensors can't reach into the nebula.
Captain, our sensors cannot reach into the nebula.
That's okay. I'll send in a new drone. How does this thing work again?
Galactic Raiders! You can get some healthy groceries. They got an awesome food bar too, where all the peanut butter separates at Ozark Natural Foods. Ozark Natural Foods.
Yeah, Ozark Natural Foods chef Heather Artripe joining us in the studio. I'm so excited to have you on the program.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, so you mentioned what you were making at the top of the program. It's something that sounds like achu.
Word. Yes. Mokshu.
Mokshu.
Yes.
And what is mokshu?
So
The ancient art of mokshu.
It is a Creole dish from New Orleans.
Oh, nice.
So we've got some sausage in here. We've got some gorgeous, local okra, tomatoes,
Of
bell
course.
peppers.
Cajuns and okra.
Oh, yeah.
hand
I know.
in hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've got some oil heating up
Yep,
over
we got
here.
it heating up. We've got our andouille sausages here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just give these a slice. I like to do them,
That cool sideways slice.
yeah, at an angle. You've got more surface space there, so that's gonna hit that oil and get nice and crispy.
Yeah.
I thought it just made it look fancier.
I thought that too, and then I was like, oh, there's
actually a purpose to it.
there's a
Science, you
reason
guys.
for
Yeah.
it. So we're gonna pop these in here.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna take a step
Yeah,
back.
you might want to step back just a
Skizzle.
little bit.
Ooh. Just makes me hungry. My tummy
like
is
it
already
already.
rumbling,
I
right?
like it already.
Yeah.
Scaled.
I like it already. There's sausage involved.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah, you
take
do it.
this off because this is a little bit hot.
Spicy.
Hot. Hey, I noticed you got something right here in the front. The
add
white
some
stuff right
bands of
there. What
that.
did you bring there?
Salt.
Oh, yeah. Put it into my mouth.
So while this is going, we're gonna get our Holy Trinity going. So we've got our celery.
Certainly glad I'm
We're
not
going
a
to
Dracula.
church.
Yep, we're
Tell
going.
us, what's the Holy Trinity?
The Holy Trinity is onion, celery, bell pepper.
Onion, celery, bell pepper. And
That's
why is
Creole
it called
stuff.
that? Is it because in the Creole world you need those things to make any dish?
That's the basis of all of their dishes there.
Oh,
so
nice.
that's gonna be what you're gonna put in everything. And there's actually a lot of people don't know, which I didn't know until recently, there's a difference between Creole and Cajun food.
Oh.
So Creole is going to be more of your city style food, and Cajun's more of the country style.
Oh, that's
So-
interesting.
I lived in Louisiana for 4
We're
years.
learning things here
Oh, I love
on
Louisiana.
later. And also, Heather, talking about education, as you just educated us, I know that you have some education programs at ONF that
Yeah,
you do
so
over there.
we do cooking classes at ONF. We try to do about 8 a month there, and we do them, outside of the store as well.
And then how long will you let this simmer? How long will it cook?
So this is gonna cook, the first part of it will cook for, about, 5-6 minutes. Then after that, we would add in our okra, add in our
Yep.
tomatoes and our corn.
Oh, it smells good.
Doesn't it smell great? I can't wait until we get a chance to try this. I'm going to let you keep on assembling that while we go
Yeah.
to this break. And then you're going to want to stick around, folks. We are going to get a chance to try this mokshu. Mokshu when we come back. More happening right here on Later.
You can get some healthy groceries. Got an awesome food bar too, where all the peanut butter separates at Ozark Natural Foods.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here on Later, folks. And you're going to want to check out the Fayetteville Film Fest. Check out what Chef Heather has going on with educational programming over at ONF. Check out the Vine Brothers as they're touring through the area this fall. And check us out on all your social media platforms. LaterWithJasonSewell.com. Send us a message. Drop us a line. Before we leave this episode, we want to thank our guests, Blake Elder,
Chase Goforth,
Chef Heather Artripe,
and the Vine Brothers.
See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Let's try some mokshu.
Achoo.